Enhance?
Enhance?
It was.
If you like what you see, don't forget to smash that like button, share it, or subscribe. For all the latest Atlas info, sign up for our newsletter, shop.atlasrr.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And most importantly, enjoy the show.
Wonder why. Oh, it's working, huh?
Take us away.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Winter 2025 HO and N-Scale Winter Catalog. This is Matt Moceikis here. I'm Ross. We're going to take you through this. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit us up on YouTube, Facebook, whatever you're watching on. And
We'll do a little Q&A.
A little Q&A section there. All right, Eric, you want to take us away? And we'll go to the first page here.
Insert catalog.
Oh, yeah. Insert catalog.
There it is.
There it is. All right, so we're going to start with the N-Scale new announcement. It's our 284 Berkshire Locomotive. We're really excited about this. Now with soundtracks, right?
Soundtrack sound.
Next 18 plug.
It is a next 18.
Next 18 plug. Quote me on that.
The tender has a size for it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start. We have Chesapeake, Ohio. There's Wheeling in Lake Erie, and that's it's the Chesapeake, Ohio 4 Progress logo, which I believe only 2 locomotives have. That's very, very unique. And then we have Pierre Marquette on the bottom, which are 2 road numbers of that. I'm sure everyone knows the Pierre Marquette locomotive. That was kind of the Polar Express engine there.
Very
and
iconic.
It still runs today.
Yeah.
And on the next page, I'm pretty sure the nickel plate picture shows up. Oh, there it is. Nickel plate's there. And what's the other one I'm missing? I think I'm missing one.
The American
Golden Spike.
The Golden Spike.
The Golden Spike train. Do you know anything about the Golden Spike?
Not really. I just know all the preambles back in the 1970s. It was a part of that, part of the Freedom Train, like part of that kind of yearly era of decorating up steam engines touring around the country.
It toured around. I guess it was 76. That was before that. 69 maybe. But they toured around a baby blue train, like all around the U.S. with 759 in front of it.
Most of our customers recognize the River Rossi offer. Yes. Yeah. Everybody had the blue tendered Berkshire. It was just ultra famous offering back in the day. And unfortunately, I'm not a steam expert myself. Total nut, but I remember being part of the rambles.
Yeah, it's cool to be back in the steam game. We got
absolutely
a lot of requests for steam locomotives, and I think kicking it off with a Lima superpowered engine like this, kind of fit on most people. I think is a really, really good move.
I'm most excited for the Wheeling Lake and Erie because everybody offers steam engines in this industry, but not too many people offer the plain freight hauling, everyday, heavy duty paint schemes.
Yeah,
like Wheeling Lake and Erie was not a glamorous picture.
No,
it was just
it's actually the least glamorous one on this list.
But probably one of the hardest working ones.
Yeah. It looks cool. They all really look
cool. You want to go through? I got uploaded some prototype photos for you to check out.
Prototype photos, yeah.
Nickel plate 765.
Oh wait, I gotta wait for.
There we go.
That's 765 on one of the fan trips there. That looks like what's that in the 80s? Probably.
That one's they're in the 80s.
That's definitely 90s.
This is West Virginia, that photo.
That's really cool.
And White River Media was kind enough to Tony Cook.
Thank you,
Shout out to Tony. Kind enough to provide these photos.
Yeah, this thing, when it was first restored, it ran a lot with TPW and really made a big name. This thing's been running for quite a while. Since like 79, I think.
Insane.
If not earlier than that. But it's been around for quite a while. Still runs today. It's kind of
that's incredible.
Household. What do you think of a Berkshire? You think of this thing. It's and it's amazing. Here it is in the shops. I don't even know where that is.
You were guessing.
I said Birmingham or something, but maybe it's in the Midwest because there was a shop complex at one time.
It was kind of active on the TV
for quite a while. But I don't know. Looks pretty cool.
Now, unfortunately, I didn't get too much info with the slides.
I like it, though.
No, a little viewing pleasure for you guys.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Are there any more photos?
Of
Perfect.
No, that covers the Berkshires.
Sweet. All right. We'll move on to the C424.
C424 diesel with end scale. And this is, yes, it is the former lifelike tooling, but it is significantly upgraded. New cab, most pronounced feature is the new cab. It's night and day difference between the squash windows on the former offerings versus the new Atlas offering as a way more to scale cab. Just night and day difference between the old lifelike and the new Atlas offering.
Now we have there's the pre-production shells, right?
There is.
So we'll probably put those on Facebook at some point, but we have them in HQ. They look really good.
And we just got those, a day before Amherst?
A day before Amherst. They were somewhere around there, but we'll do a whole showcase.
We'll post some pictures on social media afterwards, but no, it's really nice. Totally revised locomotive. Pre-order it with confidence. It's going to be a really, really nice locomotive.
Amazing. New model.
And I believe I have one set of proto pictures, or just one proto picture of Centuries in the sterling salt Avalon blue. Yeah. So interesting story with the D&H C424s. They were purchased by Sterling Salt, one of their customers, to ensure that the D&H had enough motor power to haul their salt trains.
Oh,
because the D&H kind of was, they had a lot of leasers in that era. They very power short all the time. So Sterling Salt, being a customer on their line, had no other railroad options. They told the D&H to ensure you guys have the adequate power to haul their salt trains. They purchased 3 C424s. I believe it was 461 to 463.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
it must have been a big business back then.
It was. It's
brand new.
Yeah. That's why when you look at a lot of pictures of D&H, you see cylindrical hoppers behind.
Right.
All small cars. Yeah. But aside from D&H, which we covered really intensely, we have CP rail with the multi-mark on the back. We have a Conrail, a former EL unit, patch, got a nice little CR above the radiator section. D&H, which I just mentioned. Erie Lackawanna, not patched, freshly. I believe that's a second repaint. That's not as delivered. We have Green Bay and Western with Pennsylvania, and everybody's favorite, Reading lines. That Bumblebee paint scheme.
Yeah.
Green. Yeah, it just looks great. It's very classy. So
very classy schemes.
That is our brand new C424 offerings.
Now these are also Soundtrax engines.
They are.
That's the 2 locomotives, the Berkshire and the C424. They have Soundtrax in them. We're very excited. This also has an X18 plug for those that are wondering. So these will be very cool.
Yeah,
very different. So it's pretty neat.
No.
All right, now I'm getting out of my comfort zone here. So I'm going to talk about the MP15DC Locomotive. Thankfully, the project manager is right next to me. I won't butcher it.
One of them.
Yeah. Yes. You guys know a lot more. I'm more of a Jeep guy, but we'll get there. But we'll go to the BNSF H3, which is pretty cool. We have the CSX YN3. We have 2 variations of FURX, VRX, with the silver trucks as well as the black trucks and conspec stripes. Really popular. The racers here.
In HO scale, we sold a ton of them. HO scale guys reacted really well to them. When they came in, they looked awesome together. The black sil versus the gray.
Yeah, comments. Sweet. All right. Awesome. Really cool. That is really cool. These are just they just toil around in those industries and they just
no rhyme or reason for FURX stands for First Union Rail Leasing, and they have customers all over the country. It doesn't matter West Coast. The First Union locomotive can pop up and service said industry. So it's really good for a freelance or even a non-freelance prototype have a miscellaneous industry and you need a locomotive service.
Now, would you say this is a cousin to the SW1500, or is it more like a companion? I know this is the road variant, right?
It's the road variant with the Blomberg trucks.
Right.
More of most railroads end up using them in yard service. Yeah. It is kind of like a grown-up version of it. It can stretch its legs and get some speed on the road. It's very comfortable because of the leaf shock absorbers on that.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, anyone that has seen these things run the switcher variant trucks that kind of run. Yes. And they're So I can only imagine, you know, the relief you get when you have the better trucks.
Absolutely.
Which are modeled.
That's why you see like Reading Northern, like
Right, they're still around.
they're still around serving, and it's not Reading Northern. They do use the New York service. They also are on the road too.
They are. It's amazing. Yeah. But speaking of road service, so we have the NS unit here. NS had quite a bit of these.
They did. They had the second biggest fleet.
They had a large fleet. The Reading, which I think they were previously Reading engines, right? A lot of them. The Reading had a lot of these.
Reading had a lot of it's a mixed match.
Yeah, it was like a mixed match.
They were Norfolk Southern engines.
Yes, yeah. We have the Reading here, Southern Pacific, and Union Pacific. All these roads had tons of these things, tons of yard service. These have ESC sound in them, and we're very excited to bring these back to market and all scales.
I'm sorry. This is the Reading lines off.
That's Reading. Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at the road number. I'm like, that's not a Reading number.
Oh,
no, that's Reading lines.
That's Reading, my boy.
Sorry, guys. Pumped you.
But after that, I guess we have tank cars. So have fun with tank cars.
We have some tank cars.
Love tank.
I have a couple of proto photos. If you want to look at them of some of the N-scale MP15 offerings.
We do.
Yeah, Eric, you don't mind. Thank you.
Let's
Take
see.
A little Union Pacific for you, bud.
Wow, that's very cool.
So that's a former Mopac unit.
Oh yeah, right. That was the debate. It was Mopac, versus. They had huge.
Mopac had
right. Yeah,
I believe it's like 100. It's a lot. It's a significant amount. And then Norfolk Southern.
That's a lot.
With the power bar there inside the horse head.
Right.
Very cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So those are our MP15 proto photos.
Oh, it's over.
It is. But we get to move on to N-scale, our favorite, really. Our 31,000 gallon crude oil Trinity tank cars with buffer car included in the 6-pack. So depending on the 6-pack you buy, Eric, if you would be so kind to show the proto photos, I put in a picture of the packs so people can see what we're talking about.
Awesome. We actually brought the previous pack up to Springfield.
Yeah.
These were a huge.
Oh, no.
And they're super fun. Yeah. Very cool.
If you buy multiple of these box sets, you have an instant unit train on your hands. And it's really nice. So you could buy the one with the buffer car for your start and finish, and then you can purchase the intermediate pack for your middle of your training. Did our camera fall?
It did. Yes. Now we got it. Hold on. And this is we have this.
Yeah.
There we go.
Apologies, everybody. Our camera went into sleep mode. We're still ironing out.
We got a little froggy this time, so the tablet in front of us actually has the stream, so this time we can catch it. Yes. But anyway, so we brought the Amherst. Super big hit, and I know the next question that someone's going to ask at some point for all the other skills that can get this, get a box back like this.
We could.
Yeah, so if there's a lot of requests out there, please hit us with those requests. info@atlasr.com. I love these box sets.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That's something I think we could do in O-scale pretty easily too.
Oh yeah.
Airslide and
absolutely.
And tank cars. That's all you need.
Yeah, man.
So look out for these N-scale 31,000 gallon crude oil tank cars. The reservations, they're built to order, and last time we had a lot of people that didn't pre-order them and really wanted them, and they came and went. So please pre-order and make sure you get a reservation for these cars.
Yeah. Oh, yes, did you go the road names?
I did not. Good call. That's why we got you here. So we got General American. That's offered in a one-off. It's not a unit train service. It's a general commodity car. So we didn't offer it in a 6-pack.
But these are everywhere.
They are.
Every train has one.
Yep. And the older these 31,000 gallon crude oil cars get, the more they get pushed into general service and not crude oil service.
Do they keep the shields?
They do.
So they'll still kick around, but I'm sure the plaque is different.
Sometimes get new interior lining based on the commodity.
Right.
If it's a petroleum product, they might just use the existing interior lining. But for the most part, they're like, well, we just need something to haul.
That's cool.
Petroleum around.
That's really neat.
Yeah. So moving on, we have Shell Oil. And we have Cornerstone Chemical, which is another one of those general commodity customers in this car.
Right, yeah.
And then for the crude oil customers, we have Deep Rock Refining. That's the cool one with the black band in the middle.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of these cars are stored out in Jim Thorpe and on the Reading Northern for a long time. Now they're back in service on BNSF. Then we have Valero Energy. It's another gas station one. Phillips Petroleum, another gas station. And then we have our brown buffer car, which BNSF has a huge series of these brown cars.
Well, actually, since we're doing the box set, we might as well do buffer cars in their own.
Yeah.
Yes, the next thing, logically, what we're going to do is the 4180 Airslide.
There's another buffer car in there for the.
Yeah.
It's not as common as the brown ones. That's why we made it individual.
I like this. It's the BNSF buffer service.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
In green, so it's former BN, which is why you see the BN road number is a little bit darker because that was on there already. They just
they just put SF.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. So that's what they did with that one.
That's really funny. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
We have Union Pacific or the Mopac. That's got the MP reporting marks, but that's a UP car. GACX. We have Rock Island, Clinton Corn Processors, NS, and Southern Pacific. So that's quite a bit of variations and paint schemes for these things. Another
some really iconic ones in there too, with the GTX Airslide.
Yeah, that's
Baby
very
blue.
iconic.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And then the corn products, corn processors. They're another one that are like you see that and you automatically associate with it.
Yeah, these are cool. A very down and dirty kind of car that it's just around.
No, Airslides have been around forever, and they're still earning their keep in buffer service, joy service.
Pretty cool.
Cool car.
Oh, there you go. You got a fun one to talk about.
Yeah. So an N scale favorite. Hasn't been ran in a long time. I think it was since 2017 was the last N scale 55 Ton Fishbelly Hopper production.
Serious?
Really? Yeah. It's been a long time since we ran the Fishbelly, which is a good thing that we're running them now because there's big coal roads on there
and there's a steam engine. That's
there's steam error. Yeah.
Whoa.
So a lot of these, these cars were built during the steam era and lasted until the second gen diesel era.
Mm-hmm.
So we start off with C&J, and that's in the plain data scheme. That's kind of something used in the 60s as a C&J was wrapping up. And we have the D&H glass recycling cars. These were cool. D&H would basically bring these cars into townships along their line, and people would throw glass bottles in them.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I don't think you can get away with it.
No, lots of shattered glass.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Marketing nightmare. Then we have the original Norfolk Southern in the gray and with the red at S. Then we have Reading as delivered. So this would be a steam era, early transition era scheme for you guys.
Oh yeah, with that red logo.
Yeah,
America's largest. Yeah.
Yeah, the anthracite coal logo.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really cool. So if you're a Reading person,
like that,
you can buy. We are offering these in 3-packs. You buy a 3-pack in the individual cars, and then you have enough road numbers to make a believable train set with. And then we have Western Maryland, which I have a cool prototype photo. I was just going through my slide collection the other day, and I noticed a steam engine with this exact scheme, 55 ton coal hopper behind it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that's a mallet class pushing up.
That's a pretty cool photo there. That looks like I don't know, probably a consolidation and a two
consolidations.
It might be a 210.
Okay, so that's a little Western Maryland action pushing
that's
up
a
the
lot
grade.
of horsepower.
Yeah,
that must be a big train. That's pretty nuts.
I think Western Maryland Challenger was in the front.
Yeah,
or something like
probably.
That. Yeah, I'll show you the slides later. But
whoa,
I found that. What's the scheme we're doing?
That looks like my office.
Yeah,
this photos. That's really cool.
Coming back to the run, we have two unique Norfolk and Western hoppers. We've Norfolk and Western on this car a zillion times. They're one of the prominent owners of the Fishbelly. And this time around, we're going to offer the maintenance away. So you can see it's a little grayed out, a little trying for ground, messed up. And then we have the Norfolk and Western in gray, which is a one-off. There's, I think, 2 numbers that we could find in the gray scheme.
Yeah, that's not very common.
No, but they mixed them into the plain Jane black.
Yeah,
55.
just
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty cool. That's been pretty good with your 284 steam locomotive. What's next? Oh, I can't run away from these things.
No, they chase you, man.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the N-Scale Auto Parts Box Car. These are super prevalent, again, as we said in the last live stream, in the Midwest, the Detroit area from the auto manufacturers, and in the South as well.
In the South with all the sheet metal.
Yeah, but if you notice, the road names are very similar. As N-Scale. Yeah, that too. So we'll start with the Andersons. Unique part about the Andersons, they are a kind of a hopper car, basically. So a box car is pretty rare for them, but it's cool. A lot of these went into service for storage or maintenance away, or, captive service cars. So of course they have that. And then the Arkansas, Missouri, very plain Jane. They put their logo on there.
It is. So it's probably similar to those Andersons. They probably bought it for storage.
Yeah, probably. UPX Rock, really cool. This was a billboard kind of car, but it has the marks and painted over detail from the old mark. So that's pretty neat. Now we get to the kind of the attractive cars here. The Southern with the green light, the green O, very iconic scheme for them. Super cushion service. Yeah, amazing. My personal favorite, the N&W hamburger scheme. We call it the hamburger because the logo and the N&W. Very cool blue on these. It is only like two. There wasn't very.
No, I don't think those are very common. Yeah, they're not very common cars. So. Yeah, N&W fans pick that up.
Yeah, I picked that.
It's an oddball.
Very odd. Kind of in the mainstream cars here, we have CSX, Erie, Lackawanna, UP, cool map on it that we actually brought to Springfield. And my favorite, the DT&I, because that is like when you think of DT&I, it's this car right here with the compass on it. Yeah, very cool. So that is the Auto Parts Box Car.
A necessary car.
Bread and butter.
Then we move into the 89-foot flat car. And we start off with BNSF. The BNSF series is basically used for maintenance away. You can see a lot of track, what do you call them, sections? The sectional
panels.
Track panels. Yeah. Temporary track panels.
Switches. They put switches on.
Yeah.
Messed up rail cars and whatever.
Their maintenance away equipment, their speeders, their porta-johns, their everything. Yeah. If Santa BNSF is doing track work, you're more than likely going to see one of these retired 89-foot flats in maintenance away service, painted up like our illustration here. Yeah. And then moving on, we have Epic, which is an environmental protection company, which is basically in charge of cleaning up a lot of Superfund sites in the Northeast. I believe I have a slide of prototype pictures of the
that's
Epic
like contaminated soil and stuff.
Yeah, that's all those trash, contaminated soil, nasty chemicals that really
look at those containers.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. Showed up in the future.
Epic. Yes. So all that dirty stuff that you don't want around your neighborhood or anything, they would literally take the soil out of the ground, put it in one of these containers, bring it to a site where it's either burnt, and then just it's a crazy process to clean these super contaminated soils. And that's the whole dedication of these Epic flat cars. And we do offer trash. You can see the Atlas style trash container on top as well. So they have little container holes. You can put the little feet of the container in there and it'll click in, and it's a flat deck. There's nothing obstructing your container. Smoothly in the top. Very cool. Yeah. And then going right along with the containers, we have Trailer Train and the ITTX, which is basically a designation for containers with trailers. So this deck on the ITTX is smooth and flat versus the one on the bottom, which is a TTAX designated for trailers, which has a trailer hitches and stuff like that. And then we got two Red Streak offerings. These are basically a derailment company. They'll come with derailments, and the railroad will load a derailed car on top of this flat car, and will basically go to the next stop on that flat car. So it's like a tow truck for your derailed freight cars.
Wrecked up trains.
Yeah. And then what we have there, the Can you help me with the pronunciation, bud?
What is that? Brilliant Forest Junction?
Brilliant Forest Junction.
No, it's brilliant. Let's say brilliant.
Really, really kind of Western Pacific looking paint scheme. Orange and green. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Then we move into the Ferrocarril del Pacifico. Yeah, that's a cool one. Looks like that was formerly Trailer Train or built for Trailer Train, and the SCP got it. And then we have Main Central, which shocks me. We've never done Main Central in these cars before. That's a cool. And then we have the Trailer Train and Trailer Service. So a wide variety of 89-foot flats in this run. Everything from your maintenance away to your derailments to your intended service containers and trailers.
So with the flat car, we did some loads for that. So we decided to do the Pines trailer, which is right after this on page 26. And we'll start with the Montgomery Ward National Piggyback Service. What is that? GLKZ.
GLKZ.
Yeah, Cody had fun with it.
That's probably just like a blank kind of leaser. Like, yeah, it's cool. A lot of these blank trailers are because of monopoly rules.
Right.
So it's owned by somebody you just never know it because so many trailers. You gotta hide them from the government.
For the freelancers out there, we have a generic lease trailer. It's great pull. Yeah. Whatever you want to put on there, any decals. These things showed up like this, like all the time. Like they're just blank.
They did.
With data. We have the Chanik Trailer Company. Shout out to Cody. N&W and Southern Pacific. Big service.
Those are two classic ones. I'm happy to see those coming back.
Golden Pig.
New road numbers on those, but from the 80s and 90s, you saw these Southern Pacific piggyback train everywhere. It was so common.
It was.
Yeah. Cool choice of trailers.
Cool run for your flat cars. Now the ever exciting 1993 Ford. Take it away.
It's my favorite SUV ever made.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Soccer mobile.
We have a pretty colorful run this time around in all railroad names this time. We have BC Rail and their track inspection vehicle scheme. So it's BC Green with the modern BC Rail logo. Montana Rail Link, as well as Ontario Northland, Wisconsin Central, classic maroon. Then we have a unique one, the BNSF K9 unit. It's pretty cool. So if you're a BNSF guy, this was pictured around the merger. Info I have from it's from the 2000s. Then we have Norfolk Southern with the thoroughbred, really tiny up there. And Reading Northern, these are cool. Reading Northern has a huge fleet of vehicles. No, that's pictured from
that's
a couple years ago. Reading Northern, I don't know why they have so many vehicles. If you guys want to tell us in the comments.
Great feature presence.
Yeah,
they do.
I'm guessing there's some sales reps do driving these things.
Maybe,
they have Teslas, don't they?
Yeah, they have all kinds of vehicles. So I mean, it's crazy. A lot to do.
Yeah. So Reading Northern for our big Reading Northern fan base out there. And then we have the Union Pacific Railroad Police as well. We're going to do BNSF Police without the Pacific Police. So they're both legit railroad police cars.
How long did that logo last for? That's not very.
That was 99 to 2008, I want to say.
Yeah, it looks very
weird. You wouldn't think it's Union Pacific Police. It's written really small on the back end, just like tailgate where it says UP. Yeah, but nice little bit of something for everybody on that Ford Explorer run.
A little something for everyone.
Speaking of,
but now we get the cool stuff.
You get the cool stuff.
Unique. So move on to the U30C phases 2 and 3 locomotive. Super excited to bring these back. We'll start tons of road names on it. We'll start with the LS&I Lake Superior District as well. We have the 3000 and 3011 with the LS&I on the long hood, and the XBN style LS&I with the big road numbers on it. And these are super cool.
Yeah, and there's 2 new cool features. Well, 3 if you count them.
The anti-climber, right?
Anti-climber for BN and the former
Kyle.
To the roads, we have the BN units afterwards. And then we have the ditch lights.
Yeah.
For those former BN units like Kyle and LS&I.
Yep.
And then we have the next locomotive on there is the Southern Highland.
Yeah, so that was something we were talking about, way back when we wanted to do this. Is what haven't we really done on this?
Yeah.
we realized that the Southern had these. We didn't think there was a high hood of this.
10.
Yeah,
So many.
We thought it would be a great idea to try to do the Southern.
Yeah, and
variant.
we checked with their factory, and we're like, if we can do this, for a reasonable price and makes sense for us and makes sense for the Southern modelers out there, we'll offer it.
Even with the bell on the long hood.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
So new tooling, Southern high nose, very cool. Only a few built. So you Southern modelers, please reserve these.
Yeah, definitely everything for the Southern, even freelancer. It's really cool.
It is.
Now next we go to the Kyle BN patch, which again BN had a ton of these, and most of the BNs off elsewhere.
Kyle, and then they ultimately met their fate.
E curse.
Yeah, not too long of a.
Not like
not like an EMD.
Not like an EMD.
Real life isn't.
But we'll go to the L&N block scheme here, which is cool because it's got the all yellow nose.
Yes,
not super common.
No, so I think the block was the earlier one. That's how these were delivered.
Yeah.
No, I'm wrong. Backwards.
Yeah,
block was later.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I'll wait for the fact check in the comments.
Yeah.
We'll fact check it. We'll go to CSX, which is pretty cool. This scheme. CSX transportation.
CSX transportation. That could have been the only one, I think.
Yeah. And then because we love Delaware and Hudson so much, we decided to do
Delaware. I think we have a prototype of the D&H.
I'm sure
708 on a feeling rail.
Yeah, the D&H diesel era, I think, was the best there.
Such a mixed match of everything.
They had everything, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And their paint scheme was really attractive.
And they kept the amount of paint schemes they had within the 20, 30 years. Crazy.
It is really crazy.
AC 708 sitting on a fueling rack. I'm not even going to guess what facility is that, but yeah, you can see there it's mixed match with an Alco and another GE. Yeah, the Alcos and GEs played pretty well together. Just the EMDs didn't.
But we'll move on. There's new road numbers on the next page. L&N, CSX, normal team there. Wasn't normal, but that's a little more common for that.
Mm-hmm.
We had now we did regular Burlington Northern. That one is in a museum. It's 5083. One of these is in a museum somewhere. I think it's this one. This might be. And we have Mopac because we decided to stop teaching Mopac people and give them something to model in this catalog. Southern Pacific.
Yep. Pacific with the ash can on it now.
Yeah, with the ash can.
Very
and
cool.
My favorite is the Kyle down below with our not legendary, but our limited collector series model with their amazing paint scheme. I think it's cool.
It is really cool.
Like this.
Two of these painted like this with different little variations in the paint scheme. We're doing the 5010 offering. I think the other road number had logos were in different positions.
So had a bigger, there was like a different, or there was no box. There was no box in it.
No.
But hopefully that does well. I'm very happy to see the Kyle Railroad.
That's like my favorite paint scheme all around. It's colorful. I like the obscure short lines.
Nice.
Even if it's not in your neck of the woods, I find people just like gravitating to short lines. Just in history.
They resonate with us.
They do. For a lot of people.
For sure.
We have the Atlas Classic C424 25s coming up. These are an Atlas Legacy project. We've been doing these C425s and forever. Doing some favorites again because it's been such a long time since we hit these road names. So what is not new numbers, this is actually a new paint scheme, is the Conrail. Again, with the CR by the radiator section and the Conrail numbers on the cab. Almost looks like your Lackawanna, but it's not. Then we have Canadian Pacific without the multi-mark. And then we have Canadian National, yellow fills, zebra stripes. And then we have Erie Lackawanna based off the Conrail that I just showed you. And normal view.
Yeah.
NDM, National Railways of Mexico. Really, really nice scheme they had. And what's funny about the NDM units is Wabash bought part of NDM's order. So the reason why Wabash C424s are designated as units is because the cab had all all the controls were written in Spanish. Excuse me.
It's Spanish. But also the speed was not speed. All the measurements, like
all
everything.
the everything was in Spanish.
But it could actually operate as an A unit. Yeah. One of these actually made it to the Delaware Lackawanna.
It did?
No.
And they gave it for briefly the Wabash.
It was pretty cool.
Old Wabash treatment. So, we got a lot of requests for the original Wabash to be released again. So we did that, along with Burlington Northern. They had a ton of these from SPNS. And then we have New Haven, which we also received a lot of requests for New Haven Centuries as well. And that concludes the Asia C424 and C425.
Classic. And again, since I can't run away from the MP15DC, we'll just, same as the N scale, but it's actually a little bit more exciting.
It is.
So for our LV fans out there, we did a Lehigh Valley Rail Management with a cool little car moving service they do out there in the Lehigh Valley. It's getting a lot of popularity with some crusty engines. Yeah, like more brushed over or whatever.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. But the 1146 is something you can see every day when you go out there, so we decided to do it this time. And it's pretty cool.
It goes well with their CSX offering that we're offering. It's just a couple patches for us to put in there. Made sense.
But would you say this is a demo engine next, or was it more of a?
No, so this was an honorary, like Larry's Truck and Electric, all sorts of old power in. Like I guess they have some Railfan employees now.
Yeah,
because this MP15 is painted up like an early EMD.
It looks like a demo.
Yeah, like the GP35 and some really like iconic EMD locomotives receive this paint scheme as a demonstrator paint scheme. So it looks like that classic electric division demo scheme, but really it's just Larry Truck and Electric painting it up in a cool paint scheme.
That's really cool. So it's a leaser, and it's very.
And what's cool about sorry to interrupt you, but this is also serving on Pan Am right now, this unit. And I've seen pictures of it in Cleveland serving, I think it's 4 Coke docks out there. It's been to multiple customers already and been leased out a few times. So it has nationwide appeal.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got some miles on it.
Plus, I mean, that is the cool part of the leasing, and they go everywhere.
Yeah, they do.
Doesn't matter what they look like, whatever, as long as they're do the thing. I mean, everybody loves them.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Philadelphia, Bethlehem, and New England, which is another kind of home favorite here. Similar, it actually runs around the Lehigh Valley Rail Management.
It's
the same area.
Actually, it could be, you can run it with your 1146.
Yep.
And that's kind of how it is today. It's 1146 and 20.
Yeah,
it's the 3 of them just put trains around. Yeah. That has all new handrails on there.
All new handrails, right? So no stanchions.
New stanchions. It has the long grabs on the long hood.
Yep. And then the long hood front has the
little to get you
farm
down.
there. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you want to finish up the paint schemes? We got some proto photos.
Sure. We'll finish the paint schemes, then we'll do the proto photos, and roll right into Alaska. We have Pittsburgh and Lake Erie, another fan favorite. CSX YN3, Union Pacific, which that's yellow still. Yeah,
modern.
And then we have the BNSF H3. Again, these things, they ran forever. They still run today. The road variant of the SW1500.
Yeah.
And we'll go to some proto photos in these things, and we'll see some cool stuff in there.
Let's check them out. These are the photos of the stanchion-less MP15s.
Yeah.
I just bought that slide the other day because we were working on this project.
Yeah.
So that's classic P&L E. Very cold. Pittsburgh.
Very cold.
Cold, rusty, awesome. Yeah. It gives you a view of what it looks like without the stanchions. When you connect to the prototype, there's the opposite side.
Yeah.
And it has, by the cab door, it has a little miniature stanchion so you don't just fall out of the cab. I believe I got some Rob's PDE Medine. There we go.
That's cool.
Bethlehem.
Yeah, Bethlehem.
So there they are.
Container tray behind it?
Yeah. And that's probably what they'll be shoving up into the intermodal park.
Right, yeah, they grab them.
They grab them from the Lehigh line and then pull them up to the hill. I think I got one more. Yep. And there you see the same patch over job on that.
Yeah.
I think they started in Indiana, and then they went to South Buffalo Works. Then they came to Pittsburgh, the Bethlehem.
But was that all the same company they were in?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
all part of Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah. These are original Bethlehem Steel engines that never left. I mean,
they always stayed in the Bethlehem Steel property.
family.
So even though they have a bunch of different locations on the cab, it's the same owner, just assigned to different locations.
Well, I feel like the Lehigh Valley Railman is kind of like the modern day rail end of the Bethlehem Steel. It's very cool.
The cool thing about the Lehigh Valley Rail Management is they left it the same as the P.
Exact same.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Perfect.
But we'll move along. We have some other cool ones. Oh, and you know what we forgot? Ditch lights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have ditch lights. Huh?
Ditch lights for the second time in HO scale for the P15s.
Yeah.
And in that scale, it's the first time with ditch lights and ESU sound.
Big deal. That's a huge deal.
That is.
We'll just we'll move on to
it's in the catalog.
Paperwork.
It's in the catalog.
We have the HO Gunderson Multimax auto rack, super heavily requested model. Really happy to bring these back, and thankfully, it's all everything that's ever happened.
And the reason why these are heavily requested is because the FRA recently switched railroad font standards. So if you look at the reporting marks on these Multimaxes, they all have the same font, and that's a new standard by the FRA. And so instead of the slanted trailer train font, which was on like the 2013 to 2020 auto racks, now everything is an upright, boring figurator font, and that's the new standard of the railroad freight industry in America.
I get why they did it.
It's easier to read for sure.
Yeah. Plus, it's standardized. So
it is.
You can just go anywhere.
So yeah, the UP reporting mark looks the same as the TTS reporting mark on here. And
yeah,
going down the road names, we got the new one, Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. Really cool. These cars are, I think these were new builds. They're 2020, I would say. Same with the CSX, 2023 build. Ferromex is a new build. These are built in November to December of last. Yeah, Ferromex one is.
I highly recommend, if you want the Ferromex, get your pre-orders in. Ferromex flies out of it.
Yes, Ferromex is a fan favorite.
I feel bad every time someone says, "Do you have any more?" We're like, "No."
And rightfully so. Like Grupo Mexico, Ferromex, they really do cool decoration. Put a lot of effort into their graphic design.
Look at the UP and the Ferromex, the only ones that really do. Ferromex stands out. It's cool.
Yeah. And the Ferromex one is a trailer train car.
Lost our camera.
Camera died, but we'll be back on in a second.
And that's great.
Yeah, now we're back.
We're back. I'm waiting for someone.
We have the NS ones down at the bottom. The NS ones are the newest ones. They're actually, as of today, they're just finishing up the build of the series.
Whoa.
So we did some of the lower numbers in the series. We got pictures of them. They're already out on the rails, but they're still building these cars as we announced this, which was pretty cool. We have Union Pacific, which I believe I have a shot of. Sometimes we'll ride my bike down the Lehigh line in my town, New Jersey.
I wonder why they have white.
I think they had extras of the Utah Central ones.
That could make sense.
Because the rest of the Union Pacific ones are yellow.
Yeah, or
with
yellow.
The big shield. Yeah. And the data and everything on these kinds of seem similar with the Utah Central ones a while ago.
Very cool.
Yeah. But sometimes railroads and car builders will do that. They're like, hey, we don't do something anymore. And UP will come and take it. Yeah. Yep. So there's that particular scheme. I think that was like last year on a hot, humid summer day. That's why it's blown out photo.
It's blown out photo, but auto rack. It's cool.
It's cool. New scheme.
Yeah.
And it's nice and clean. So you know it's new.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, or else you're covered in your feet.
But that is the auto rack. The auto rack multi-box. Now we'll go to the Minibox, which is a new model for us.
Former True Line Trains.
Former True Line Trains Minibox car. steam era per se.
Yeah.
But it actually went on pretty long.
Covered a lot of errors.
Yeah.
There's still some in storage out,
Yes. Yeah, but this is primarily Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is super cool. We have a lot of schemes on here. The Canadian Pacific spans the world. That is like that steam era slogan that they put on pretty much everything back then. It's pretty cool. Then we have the CPR stepped, or I say CPR, but Canadian Pacific steam era classic, and then the Canadian Pacific script is kind of that transition era.
Yeah.
Diesel end in there. We have Pacific Great Eastern, and then we have a BC Rail or B Coal maintenance way, which is really cool.
Yeah. And we'll update customers. I saw a comment earlier today on our website. Somebody asked which ones have wood loading doors and which ones have standard ends and wood loading ends.
Great question.
So there's a little where they would throw wood into basically. Yeah. And we'll notate that for you guys.
Absolutely.
On a post coming up, saying which ones have the wood door on the end and which ones don't.
Now the mini box, obviously, it's called small box.
It is a small, but
height-wise,
it's noticeably smaller.
We have photos and slides of this thing like an SD40 here.
Yeah,
something crazy like that. Yeah.
It's like a brand new SD40 and a tiny mini box behind.
But 1929.
Yeah,
these are originally. I mean, that was a heck of a lifespan.
But they were built for one commodity, and they did a good job at it, and they lasted a long time.
Forever. Honestly.
Well, this is another one of these, kind of like our Centuries. An Atlas Legacy car. Atlas is just known for the ACF 33,000 gallon tank car in all scales, and HO.
Maybe easily one day.
So we have a new lineup in HO. First one up here is Amoco Canadian Petroleum. That's what the ACP stands for. Then we have Tamac Transportation Corp. FMC Chemicals. That's a really cool one. And then we have Suburban Propane, which I remember getting this car as a little kid when Atlas did the first run of these in the 1990s. Super stoked about it, and we haven't done it since. So you're curious to get something that hasn't been done in probably 25 years plus.
Long time.
Same thing with Virginia Chemical Corp. Hasn't been done forever, since the original 1990s run. And Wanda Petroleum, that one probably I think was last done in 2008 or something like that. But all of these have been a while. And on the page over, we have the Norfolk Safety Train.
Fun fact: this is coming to New Jersey soon. This is pretty cool.
That is really cool. And there's two numbers on this, and our model is pretty close to the legit prototype. So it's a nice stand-in if you're a Norfolk Southern modeler and you already have the first responders SD60E from our friends at Athern, or you have our first responders. So it's our first responder Tennessee box car.
Yeah, and this was a heavily requested for amazing colors on this thing.
Yeah, and
very cool.
It's heavily requested again because we did this scale, HO scale, where they're like, we want this. It's like kind of your type. We want to have that. So we heard you. We're going to make it, and it will fit great within all our other Norfolk Southern first responder products.
Yeah.
We did a ton of that, actually.
Yeah.
Now we have a car like that. We got the box car. We did a few of these first responders paint schemes.
Yeah, hopefully we do more in the future. There's a lot more stuff we can do with the train. So, but I will move on to my personal pet project of this catalog, which is the Auto box car again. Every time I go over this car,
you just tell them it's the same road name as the Zen scale.
It's the same road name. Zen Skill, it's Matt's favorite box car. What else do you have to know?
The Arkansas.
Oh, sorry. Matt's favorite box car is the A&M. I think mine's the DT&I. Anderson's, Arkansas, Missouri, UP, Southern, NW, CSX, UP, and DT&I.
Yeah.
With the Compass.
Classic Union Pacific.
And you know what, maybe? I'm going to get a DT&I. It's my favorite.
They're solid cars.
There you go.
Oh, and then again, we have Our next HO product is, again, a duplicate from our end scale, the 89-foot ACF flat car, which we have BNSF in the maintenance away scheme. Like I said, they have a whole track panel, vehicles on here, porta potties, whatever they need at the job site. We have EPICS, the Environmental Protection Agency, is known for hauling super fun containers around.
Epic.
I showed it in the head scale version. Maybe we'll show it quickly again. The prototype pictures of these epic cars where they actually do haul the Atlas trash container.
Yeah, the same trash containers that we've had for a little bit now. Very cool.
So if you feel the desire to pick one of these up and plop Atlas trash containers on it, you can do so.
Or your messed up free car.
Yeah,
or track panel.
It's a variety of purposes for these flat cars. And that's why they're still around today, and that's why 89-foot flat is such an important prototype. We have the next, the ITTX. ITTX just stands for Trailer Train Container Service. As you can see, there's no trailer hitches or anything like that.
There we go. Oh, there's your photo.
And then the prototype pictures just popped up, and you can see that Atlas-style trash container in the top photo, and then Epic-style super fun stuff.
Prevalent in the Northeast.
Yes. Could be a good Atlas project.
Very interesting.
It is interesting.
I'll put a note of that.
Yeah. Moving right along on our offerings, we have the Red Streak, which we talked about before, and Red Streak is known for their derailment services. Railroads will contract Red Streak to load derailed freight cars on top of. There's a Billion Forest Junction, and that really cool orange and green paint scheme can be mistaken for a Western Pacific car from far away.
It looks like
same thing with the FCP car, could be mistaken for a trailer train car from far away, but really it's just a FCP 89-foot flat. I'm sure there's some sort of origin story where it came from a trailer train or was intended to be built for a trailer train, but the FCP got it. We're at Main Central. They had a small fleet of these, believe it or not. Very cool. I got some nice proto photos that I just couldn't get in contact with the photographer for the show, so I couldn't use them. And now we have on the bottom trailer train and trailer service, which is the classic one. And you'll see on our next page the trailer offerings we have to go along with these guys.
The companion trailers.
The Electric Avenue.
But the same as the end scale. I like the Electric Avenue. It's really,
it's
really cool.
It's like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, big billboard.
Pinnacle billboard advertising.
Now we have the Electric Ave Montgomery Ward National Piggyback Service, GLK. Generic lease for the freelancers out there. Trailer yard. Mechanic Trailer Company.
Cody's. Oh, yeah.
N&W and the Southern Pacific Golden Pig Service.
I love the piggyback trains.
N&W, I actually saw them. These last like this for a little bit.
The junkyard in Wilmington
had one. Yes.
Yeah. It's in our neighborhood somewhere.
Big N&W. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. We love the Pines trailers. There's a lot more schemes we can do.
Yeah. And we also love our 1993 Ford Explorers. I'm buy one of these. Yeah. Atlas on the side.
Yeah.
Be cool. Then we can make a model of it.
Yeah. We can go buy a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High railing. Sweet. So speaking of high railing, we have the BC Rail Track Patrol, which was a high rail vehicle. Then we have the Montana Railing. That was more just crew the other side of the track. Ontario Northland. It's more on a pickup truck than an SUV. Just standing. We have Wisconsin Central, BNSF Police, very cool K9 unit, legit paint scheme. Those early 2000 PowerPoint fuchsia graphics.
Really? Yeah.
It screams early 2000.
I guess the name was fun, but whoa!
Norfolk, the Thoroughbred logo on it. Reading Northern, we were just saying how many vehicles Reading Northern got. It's crazy when you get 4 lanes all lined up.
Yep.
And then we have Union Pacific with their version of their rate police. These are 4 offerings for 2025.
Wisconsin Central too.
And Ross's favorite part, the in-stock track offer.
So we decided to put our in-stock track off on the back of the catalog. It's really helpful. Actually.
It is.
It shows if someone needs item numbers or we have. So definitely check it out. Build the layout of your dreams with the 21st century nickel.
Right now, because we have 98% of our track systems in stock. Maybe even more, maybe 99%.
We do. Yeah, and on the back we actually have our 5th anniversary track layout accessory catalog. Feel free to grab that, and it's got all the pieces that you need. The perfect layout. It's layout building time.
Yeah, it is, and we, like I said, it's a great time to build an asset because we have a full warehouse of accessories
Right now.
So buy with confidence. You know, you're not going to build a section of your layout and then you come back to us and we're not going to run out on you.
Now, I was watching the comments. We might have a few. I don't know. Is there any other comments you want to go over before we?
I think Eric sees any good
close
ones
out.
to stump us with. Well, Eric had a little fun with the releasing comments.
Oh, that's a great one. James, are the SP30Cs have a large on the nose?
I believe so, but I got to confirm by looking at the art.
We will confirm. We'll put that on Facebook. But we believe so.
I think we looked at that variation of this SP.
Next question. Oh, good. All right, cool.
Got one Facebook question.
One Facebook question. That's a good day.
That is. What do you got? Oh, there's one.
Oh, okay.
We just got a little 2-second lag. Oh, Mini Matt.
Where's Mini Matt? Shout out Mini Matt.
Working hard upstairs.
He's working very hard upstairs.
We're hardly working.
Hopefully the first on the next catalog that we want to work on. But if that's all the questions there, the due date for this catalog is March 12th, 2025. Please get your pre-orders into the dealer distributor of your choice. March 12th, 2025. That's all we got here. I'm Ross. That's Matt. Thanks for joining us today. Feel free to hit us up on Facebook, Instagram. What else do we have?
All the socials.
All the socials. All the social medias to hit us up on there. Personal phone line. I'll give you Matt's extension.
There you go.
For all the questions. Any other questions, info@atlasrr.com. We love taking questions and comments in there. We have a lot of cool things in the inbox right now. So
a lot of good items in here.
A lot of good items. March 12th. See you later, guys.
Thank you.